So, y'all know I love to reference Bobby Hemmett and others. And I love to mismatch the black and white thing too, because I know people, they're going to always think if you study somebody black, oh, you're from a black agenda. I can find somebody white to base my opinions off of. It don't matter. But just to get to the subject matter, I remember Bobby Hemmett said, in a relationship, it's always going to be one person who loves somebody more than the other. Now, for people who are already in a relationship, should you be taken back by that? Yeah, if you thought it was supposed to be equal, I guess you should be taken back by that. Now you're trying to figure out, does my wife, does my wife really love me as much? But I mean, what do you think? It's supposed to be equal? What are the reasons people get in relationships for anyway, or get married for anyway? If you was to sit somebody down, let's say somebody wanted to get married to somebody, and you sit those two individuals down, and you tell those two individuals, see, this is the problem. The problem is people don't know how to be honest. That's what I have spent almost 9 years on my YouTube channel basically doing, trying to teach people how to be honest with themselves, not to somebody else, how to be honest with yourself first. See, before you start lying to other people, you're lying to yourself. Okay? See, people trying to counsel me. I'm a counselor myself. Now you're trying to counsel a counselor. Okay. Okay. You know, you guys know you're gonna get some snapback from that, because y'all know I'm wise, right? That's probably why y'all do it, just to get me going, because you know I'm gonna have a clapback. I have spent almost 9 years in trying to teach people how to be honest with themselves. If you set two individuals down who's going to get married, and you ask both of them, I want you to tell me honestly the reasons that you want to get in this relationship. Why do you like this person? Why do you want to be married to them? Do you think you'll get the honest truth out of them, guys? What if the guy is rich or something like this? Or what if the woman is rich? What if they both got a lot of money, but what if maybe one got more money than it? I mean, what is it really about? Do you think two people getting married, they're getting married, right? If you're talking to a counselor and everything is confidential, you think two people who get married would tell the absolute truth about why they get married, or would they? I have found, guys, that a lot of married couples don't like me. You know why? Because I'm the truth. And it exposes that their life is fake, basically. Anybody that don't like me is only because I have an energy that makes people feel exposed. I don't have to say nothing to you. That's the crazy thing about it. I don't have to say nothing to you. And people just feeling this way. That's why I just avoid people, yo. I have an unspoken language of authenticity. I don't even gotta be running my mouth about nothing. People just feel it. I don't want to keep this long. But if you used to sit two people down and see if you can get them to say honestly, why they, at this point with me, I guess it's just about having children because, of my age, doing something in my life that I haven't done before, right? Experiencing something that I haven't experienced before, having children, raising children. Now that could be a complete nightmare. Who knows? And believe me, I ask God every day, if it's going to be a nightmare, never mind. Because life is too short, man. I already wasted a lot of it. My time has been wasted tremendously. And whether you want to come in with them old cliches of things come when they supposed to, look, the human life, people are dying every day in their 30s. It's like, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear any more cliche nonsense. To be honest with you guys, I don't want to tell too much about my reasons for getting married, because it may be a little bit too controversial. but it does have to do with the, see, this individual was talking about how you was raised and how, and what makes you choose somebody. Of course, it's like, duh, of course what you went through when you was younger is gonna affect your decisions about who you decide to be with and why. Wrong or right, we're not talking about whether it's wrong or right. If you take a kid out of the ghetto, he's gonna be fundamentally he's gonna bring some stuff along with him that maybe he should leave behind. What are you supposed to tell? You supposed to tell him that's what he doing? That's like, of course he gonna do that. That's where he was raised. That's why I tell y'all, a lot of this wisdom, man. You got all this stuff, this counseling and all this. All it is them telling you what you supposed to already know by the time you reach a certain age. Okay, it's like, so now you know that now. What do you think? A person is supposed to just change, right? Okay, I'm finna change right now because somebody just said A, B, and C about this is why I'm doing this, A, B, and C. It don't work like that. There's not enough time in life, guys, to get it all right. You hope you can get most things right before you check up on out of here, right? But you know, you're only human, and there's only so much time. We spend most of our lives slaving for money. How much time do we have to fix our little problems? And we don't have that much time. But just to close it out based on the title, yeah, that's a very good possibility that one person will like somebody more than the other person. And if you're lucky, you might find somebody who likes you just as much as them. I recently heard somebody said they wanted to be my equal. And the thing is that I don't know whether to take that face value or not. I don't know, because you don't know the person you're dealing with. It is flattering and stuff like that. And I do really like this individual a lot because I study people. I told you guys countless times, I study people. Even if this individual has flaws, which we all do. We all have flaws. I see something in this person where they're actually like a lot of fun to be around. Does that mean you're going to be in a good relationship or marriage? No. Man, let's be honest, guys. A lot of times when you get with somebody, that's probably only one or two things that you really like about that person. The other things, you're trying to fix that person. Right? Women, I know one thing about women. Women like guys they can try to fix. Guys like me who seem to, seem to have it all together, that's kind of boring for them. That's why some of these women like to get with the thugs and stuff, because they think they can change, they can fix it. It gives them a project to work on. I know all the ins and outs of social dynamics, guys. Nobody should underestimate my intelligence at this point about nothing. Even things that I haven't done yet. You guys see, I even got intelligence on things I haven't even done yet. What can you say to somebody like me? I'm somebody who worked on myself, who learned to have love for self. Anything that happens outside of myself is only so much control that you have. You only can control yourself. You can't control other people. All you can do is control yourself and hope other people follow along, including who you decide to be with. But again, I know I said I'm gonna close it out, but I said this one thing that opened up in a whole nother dimension. When you get with somebody, it's probably only 1, 2, or 3 things that you like about that person. The rest of the stuff, you're just trying to fix them until what you think they spoke or what you thought they was, right? You really ain't gonna know who anybody is until you live with them a couple of years. And a woman, I mean, the way this thing is set up, you know, the way your all your systems work, you know, your endocrine system and the biology of a human being, and women got these time clocks, and men got time clocks too, or when they supposed to have children. You get to the point where it's just like, okay, I'm just, you know, you're just going along with the flow of life, ebb and flow of life. Some of this stuff I don't even think is meant to be so interpreted. I mean, some of these girls, well, before all the GMO came in, a girl could basically have a child at 13 or 14. Why do you think nature made it that way? In Cambodia, the youngest age a woman can get married is 14. Over here in the States, that's statutory, right? But why do you think nature made it that way? Well, so So nature had to make it so that we can keep existing. And some of the laws that are out here fundamentally goes against nature. Am I lying? That's why I say about these half truths, man. A lot of half truths out here, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and close it out, but you can't think too much about sometimes who you're getting with on that level. You don't have that kind of time. How much time does a man really spend with his wife anyway? He has to work and stuff like this. He has things he got to do. You find two or three things you like about the person, but I promise y'all, just close it out. The individual said they want to be equal to. I mean, like I said, I don't know whether to take that face value. I don't know. I don't have time to know. But I do see I do see things about this individual that seems like it just she'd be a lot of fun to be around. Just fun to be around. Right? Like that's what I need, right? I need like somebody to be fun to be around, and you just hope that you don't get screwed over. I don't want to come home to a war zone. I know that much. And I want my children to grow up in a certain way, in a certain environment. And like I said, I don't want to dig too deep into that because it can become controversial. But I've already said it before. I just don't have time right now. I got to close this out. So we're gonna talk more about this later, y'all.